Now, I am a Richard Burns Rally noob here, so I'm probably not the best driver in the world. What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all doing well today. Check out this comment I got on one of my videos there recently. It's from Dennis Krausner. I hope I'm getting your name right there, pal. Forgive me if I'm pronouncing that wrong. But it says, Foot Down Racing, you should definitely try Rally Sim Fans RBR. There are some insane real maps done by the community and the NGP7 physics are so good. I think most people that play rally games will have heard of Richard Burns Rally. The original game was released in 2004, but over the last 20 years or so, the game has been modded by the community. People adding cars, tracks, changing the physics. It's crazy the amount of work that people have put in to make this the game that it is today. Or it's not even a game, you can't say that. It's a sim. The RBR die-hard rally fans out there would probably slit my throat for calling it a game. I did have the game years ago, but I decided to take Dennis's advice and re-download it and see what all this fuss is all about. And all I can do is give a big shout out and a big thank you to Dennis for the advice. I can now see why there's such a big fuss made over this title and why it's so highly regarded in the sim racing and the rally community. Alright, so I haven't done too much in the way of setting up the game. The field of view needs to be tweaked and various other settings. My handbrake seems very sensitive or something. I just need to go through the settings, but I'm using stock setup here on this car. It's an Audi S1 Quattro. The car is an absolute beast and it just feels like constant power every time you put your foot down. Really good crack, I have to say. And the way the car handles across all the surfaces is so good as well. My PC isn't the best of PCs in the world, not the most powerful. The graphics aren't spectacular on this game by any means, but definitely when stuff is whizzing by you at 140 miles an hour, it doesn't really matter anyway. When people say the physics in this game are second to none, they're probably right. So far with what I've seen, I've literally only done this stage here. I thought it looked pretty cool, little bit of green going down through the picture on the stage, and it looked really narrow, so I put it on. It's actually like a 2-lap circuit that you have to do, so you got to get around this in one piece, 2 laps of it. I remember the sound in this game years ago not being very good, but this car actually sounds pretty cool. It just sounds like pure raw power every time you put your foot down. So that's pretty cool. The sense of speed is really good as well. And if you hit a bump wrong in the road, you're gone. If you hit a tree or a ditch, it can do major damage to the car and that's you done. So it's kind of like the Dark Souls of the racing game, I think. Definitely not for the faint of heart, and yeah, you probably have to be a real lover of rally and crazy driving. Now, I am a Richard Burns Rally noob here, so I'm probably not the best driver in the world. If anyone has any tips, I couldn't actually get the sequential shifter working for some reason. I don't know if you have to be in a car that has sequential shifter or if you can put that on any car, but I had to use the H pattern shifter here. And I'm not sure either if I had to use the clutch. I don't think I did. I think I could just change gears without using the clutch. I was using the clutch, but it wasn't actually doing anything to engage the gear. The handbrake, I think that you can change the sensitivity on the handbrake, and it didn't actually work in this car, I don't think, because this car in real life didn't have a handbrake, you couldn't use it. So I wasn't using the handbrake in this car, but I used a more modern Hyundai after this lap, and I was able to use the handbrake in that, but it was really sensitive. It was hard to get to grips with it. So if anyone has any tips at all or tricks to do with this game, or this sim title, I should say. If you wouldn't mind helping a brother out and popping them down in the comment section, that'd be much appreciated. Help me and maybe other people out as well. And if you like Richard Burns Rally, or you're more of an EA Sports WRC fan, drop an out comment into the comment section and let me know which is your favourite. I definitely think there's room for both Richard Burns Rally fans and EA Sports WRC fans to enjoy both titles. Alright, so that time put me in 103rd place. Not too bad for a noob, I think. I don't know if these races are done daily or whether that's the leaderboard from the beginning of time, so 20 years old. 103rd place, I'll take that. I decided I wanted to try out another car. I've used both four-wheel drive cars here for this. I think they say for noobs, you're better off going four-wheel drive or front-wheel drive. But I definitely will check out a rear-wheel drive car as well, see how they handle. This car, the handling on it was a lot different. The brakes slightly better. It's a little bit more twitchy as well, the car to drive, but awesome handling on this as well. You could just throw it around the bends. And it seemed to take the bumps a little bit better as well. I could go faster around these few corners, and I could take a little bit more speed into this hairpin here. I found this to be a dodgy little hairpin. I couldn't get the handbrake just right around there. I was spinning a lot and just found the handbrake just a little bit too sensitive. It was hard to pinpoint how much I needed. But these two cars that I were using, powerful cars, and the sense of speed out of them was unreal. When you're going flat out fast in these, any little bump can kill you. But when you get around a bend fast as you possibly can, it feels so good. Just the handling is really good on it. And I didn't do too much tweaking to the force feedback. I just left the wheel standard force feedback, the default, and then I just moved the slider down to whatever I felt was decent for me. I'm sure when it comes to the car setups, I haven't looked at any of that yet. I literally just did this stage with these two cars. I thought these two cars looked pretty cool, so I said I'd give them a go. Both really powerful, both really fast, fun to drive. I have to say I'm looking forward to just delving into the game a little bit more, testing out different cars, different stages. Looks really cool so far, and I have to say some crack to jump into a stage here and try and push it to the limits. If there's any veterans of the RBR world out there, if you could throw in some awesome stages there to check out, or maybe cool mods for cars, if you could pop them into the comment section, that'd be cool. That would definitely be a big help to all the RBR noobs out there like me that don't have a clue what we're doing or what the best stages are, but I'm sure there's so many awesome ones out there. That'd be much appreciated if you had any advice for us there. The cameramen in this game are madmen altogether. You can see them at the side of the track and you're just belting down toward them and they jump out of the way last minute. That's a cool kind of a feature they have in it. And I think actually that's something that the EA Sports WRC is missing. It's missing those moments where the crowd is in the way, they're standing on the road. I know that doesn't probably happen as much as it used to in the olden days, but it's still cool, especially if you're driving an old style car. It's cool to have that, people jumping out of the way. And actually another cool little thing they have is if you want to reset, if you go off the road or the stage, you just hit start or whatever and ask for help, and there's a little cutscene of people lifting your car back onto the road, which is pretty cool. Anyway, we're coming up to the finish here in this, and I have to say, delighted that Dennis gave me the heads up and told me to definitely check out RBR again. That's going to do it for this video. If you liked it, don't forget to smash the like button. Have a great day, and I shall see you guys in the next one.